The Brotherhood is at your service.
You don't need to worry. We're the best outfit in the whole Brotherhood of Steel. Just watch what we do to these uglies.
No offense, but I'm a little busy saving your ass right now.
Look, I don't know who you are, but you don't belong here. The super mutants have overrun our brothers at the Galaxy News radio building, and we're headed there to back them up. You can tag along if you want, but keep your head down and try not to do anything stupid. You've been living under a rock? This is DC. The entire city is crawling with super mutants. Now, if you'll excuse me. There aren't a lot of safe places in the ruins right now, but the Galaxy News radio building is sort of our port in the storm. Unfortunately, the building's been hit pretty hard lately. We're their backup. So if there are no more questions, we really need to move out. The name's Sarah Lyons, Sentinel and Squad Commander of the Lyons Pride. We're with the Brotherhood of Steel. We do our best to hold back the super mutants in this area, but when civilians stumble into our sights, that gets a bit difficult, doesn't it? That's a negative. We've got too many local conscripts as it is. Most are undertrained and too damn trigger-happy for their own good. Our very own Initiate Redden is a sterling example. Watch yourself out there.
Redden, on me. You're doing fine. Just follow my lead. No dead heroes today, okay?
What's the situation?
All clear, Sentinel. 5 mutants released from their torment. The rest are keeping their heads down.
Good. Jennings?
Negative.
A new recruit?
Just a stray we picked up. The one that blundered into the uglies over on 42nd.
Welcome.
All right, it's the usual drill. Redden, you just do whatever Paladin Vargas says and keep your mouth shut.
Yes, ma'am.
Target, Lennon! Spread out and flank them!
Concentrating fire.
The outpost is just to the south of us. Colvin, you're the eyes. Vargas, Redden, secure this building.
Come with me if you like. We'll have the best view.
On my mark.
Roger that.
Go.
Uglies in our sights.
By the numbers, Pride! Short control first! I'm hit! I'm hit!
So, how did I do, Vargas? Pass my little trial run? Come on, Lyons Pride needs me and you know it. That Citadel guard duty is such bullshit.
Yeah, we'll see. Now
We're
knock that
clear
off.
out here. Stand down.
You're wasting ammo.
Ah, come on. We just kicked
Who
their
else?
asses.
Always count on my
We
father
need
to
to sweep
send the
the
best.
area. Once we're inside, then we'll celebrate.
Now you're talking.
You're telling me. Well, another mess. We'll swing the perimeter at the inside short.
Red, get out of there! Behemoth! Red!
Take cover! Behemoth!
Red!
Get the Batman! We'll try to keep him busy!
It's not your fault, Vargas. Redden was good enough for the Pride, and she proved it here today.
Yeah, I know. God damn it!
When we get back to the Citadel, I'll talk to the scribes. Let it be chronicled that Paladin Redden passed her test.
Come on. Let's see if they've got anything to drink in this dump.
Looks like it's all clear. Unlocking outer doors. That was a hell of a fight. Nice work.
Knight Finley at your service. What can I do for you? You can head right on up. He's waiting for you. This is Galaxy News Radio, the last free voice of the people of the Wasteland. The Brotherhood of Steel makes sure of that. Okay, just make sure not to interfere with our operations.
Welcome. I guess it's my turn to thank you. Anyway, the area is secure, so you're free to talk to Three Dog if you need to. By the way, because you helped us, I'm going to let you wear that power armor. But don't you ever forget where it came from. I'll take that as a compliment. If we don't try to keep the mutants from killing everyone and everything in the capital wasteland, who will? The Brotherhood does its best, but sometimes it takes a little something special. That's where the Lyons' pride comes in. I'm sure. You can handle yourself, I'll give you that. But let's not get carried away. She died well. In the end, that's all that really matters. Well, the Brotherhood needed a secure outpost, and the guy who runs the radio station needed to not get his head ripped off by super mutants. It's a mutually beneficial relationship. Three Dog is the man in charge. He keeps that signal broadcasting pretty much single-handedly. He's, interesting. I'll give him that much. Watch yourself out there.
That was some nice shooting. Taking out a behemoth single-handed.
If you're looking for Three Dog, he's upstairs.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Knight Dillon. If there's anything you need here, I'll try and help. You got a Pip-Boy. Tune into Galaxy News Radio and listen. It's the only radio station in the capital wasteland that really tells it like it is. Just stay out of our way and everything will be fine.
The look on your face says it all. You're wondering who the heck this guy is and why you should care. Well, prepare to be enlightened. I am Three Dog, jockey of discs and teller of truths, lord and master over the finest radio station to grace the wastes, Galaxy News Radio. And you, well, I know who you are. Heard about you leaving that vault, traveling the unknown, just like dear old Dad, huh? Met him already. Hey, one thing at a time. Nah, your old man ain't here. Not anymore. He heard old Three Dog on the radio. Figured I knew what was what out here in the capital wasteland. And he was right, so I filled the old man in. But he split. Looks like I've got my way of contributing to the good fight, and he's got his own. Imagine a picture, okay? A picture of the capital wasteland. All that brick and rock. A whole lot of nothing, right? There's people out there trying to just barely make it from day to day. Fighting to stay alive and make something out of what they got. But then you've got all kinds of shit. Slavers, super mutants, raiders. They all want a slice of the pie too. And aim to take it by force. Well, holy shit! Aren't you a chip off the old block? You are as smart as your dad. Since you know all about this cause, no need to explain the effect. Let's get you on your way. The fact that the Brotherhood let you get up here tells me you're alright with them. That, and your dad seemed a decent enough guy. Besides, you're giving off a pretty sweet vibe right now. Maybe we can help each other out. But enough yakking. Tell me why we're talking. You want to find your dad. And it just so happens his location is known to yours truly. He was here at Galaxy News. We had a great conversation. He's a real stand-up guy. If you want to know more, you're gonna have to contribute to the good fight. Well, your dad is some sort of scientist type, some kind of egghead or something. You really think if you find him, he'd help our cause? When your dad passed through here, I spent a good long time talking to him about all kinds of stuff. He mentioned some scientific mumbo-jumbo which didn't make much sense to me. Something about a Project Purity. He also said something about going to visit a Dr. Lee in Rivet City. Then he left in a hurry. Goodbye. Remember to keep us tuned in while you're out there, and watch yourself. Don't forget about your promise. Make sure your dad knows about the good fight.
Welcome to Craterside Supply. Is it there? Are there books? Oh, can I go borrow some? No need to worry about that. It's got to be around. It's a government building, and they were all built to the highest construction standards. I could swear I read that in an old book somewhere, so it's got to be true. What do you need? Have fun out there, okay?
Don't know you, don't care. Keep it short. Ain't worth the ammo. Just walk away before security hauls you away. If you want any of this shit, just say so. Otherwise, keep your fingers the hell away from the triggers. I don't want no accidents. What you looking for? Give me a shout if you need anything else. Come back soon. We always got a lot of ammo in stock.
Hey,
Stay away from me! What do you want? Are you one of them? I suppose it doesn't matter if I tell you. I used to be a slave. I saw a slaver on this ship. His name is Sister. I'm afraid he's after me. Really? Oh, thank you. Can you help me? I've been so worried with him around. I can hardly sleep at night. Thank you. I'll go to Flak and Shrapnel's just before closing. I don't have anything to give you, but I think I can trust you with a secret. If you ever go up north, there is a secret slave hideout called Temple of the Union. You might find them useful.
well, my metal friend, how are we doing today?
I am doing the task I have been programmed for. Currently, I am waiting for new orders.
Hello!
Sometimes I hate working with robots.
You don't look so tough. They call me Sister. Don't ask. Are you making fun of my name? It's a damn good thing for you this place is crawling with security. Otherwise, I'd kick your ass.
Sir,
Checking up on me or something? Oh, Vera's the nicest lady ever. It's so cool that you brought me here. I mean, she makes me do stuff, like clean up her hotel and all that, but she really cares about me. Plus, I found some friends here in Rivet City too. All thanks to you. See ya, mister.
It was so noisy last night. I could hardly sleep.
Maybe a quick fix has something that will help you sleep. Cindy's got all kinds of good chems.
I'll try that.
Look, Dr. Zimmer, we've been over this. We don't know about your runaway robot, and we don't care. This lab is dedicated to solving real problems.
Yes, yes, yes. But Dr. Lee...
Dr. Lee is trying to save lives, and your constant interruptions are interfering with those efforts. Now please, stand aside.
I'm sure the good doctor's work with water purification is fascinating. But if you only knew what was at stake. The technology in that android...
What's at stake? You won't tell me what's at stake. Vagaries and secrecy. A robot's a robot, Zimmer, no matter how shiny the paint job. Now, please.
Ignorance and facetiousness. That's all you people are good for. Shiny paint job indeed. You can't even imagine the Commonwealth's accomplishments.
You know, if you're so smart, maybe you could help us, But no, that never even crossed your mind. Go peddle your selfishness somewhere else.
Fine, but I'm not leaving. Not until I've spoken to Dr. Lee. I'll be here when she's ready to abandon her chemistry set and talk real science.
Suit yourself.
You there. What are you, some kind of lab assistant? No, you look a bit more weathered. Are you by any chance for hire? To the point. I like that. Well, as it turns out, I've misplaced some very sensitive property. How do I put this in a way you'll understand? All you know of robots are those buckets of bolts, those Mr. Handshakers and whatnot. Well, that's not all a robot can be. You see, in the Commonwealth, we've made artificial persons, synthetic humanoids, programmed to think and feel and do whatever we need. And occasionally, they get confused and wander off. Nonsense! This is a machine we're talking about. Can you enslave a generator or a water purifier? Of course not. The same principle applies. But let's get back to your mission. You are to find this missing android. I've tracked him to somewhere here in the capital Wasteland. He must have done something drastic, like facial surgery and a mind wipe, or else I would have found him by now. It will be no easy task. He may not even realize he's an android. Don't upset him by talking with him. Just come get me immediately. I'll handle it. You're as ignorant as all the other rats on this boat. When you realize I have the real cheese, you'll come crawling back. They always do.
Evening. Good old Rivet City.
Me too.
What do you want? Nothing is getting through these walls.
Look, this is a restricted area. I'm tired of telling you people. It's you. My heavens, you look so much like him. You're James's son, aren't you? What are you doing here? You were too young to remember, and I suppose James never spoke of me. Typical. I'm Dr. Madison Lee. I worked with your parents many years ago. Now I run the science lab here in Rivet City. It was all I had left. When your mother died, your father decided to leave with you. He abandoned our work. We had no choice but to do the same. You mean you haven't? I assumed he sent you here. For that matter, aren't you supposed to be in a vault? James said he left you there. Did you? I was under the impression that's exactly the opposite of what he wanted for you. Well, you won't find him here. He's come and gone already. Your father insisted that we return to work on Project Purity. I tried telling him too much time has passed. There's no way it would work. Predictably, he refused to listen to me. He says he can prove it will work and headed off to the old lab. I'm sorry, I don't know what else to tell you. It's in the old Jefferson Memorial Building, northwest of here. Please, don't go after him. It was foolish of him to even think about going there alone. I suppose so. I worked with them for several years until your mother died, and your father decided it was time to leave. What else do you want to know? James? He was very driven, determined to change the world. Well, we all were back then, I suppose. He was focused on two things, really. Making Project Purity work, and your mother. When she died, I think he gave up. I know he wanted to keep you safe, but I think part of what he did was run away. But it seems that he never really was able to get over the idea. I'm frankly shocked that he waited all this time and wants to try again. Yes, your mother was... well, she was a good woman. A very dedicated scientist. Your father loved her very much. It was a shame that she died. She had been excited to meet you. Complications from childbirth. None of us were expecting it. We weren't as prepared as we could have been. You have to understand, we were struggling with scavenged, derelict equipment. We did everything we could. Yes, well, I'm sorry it wasn't enough. Okay. Project Purity, we called it. What do you want to know? It was simple, really. Fresh, clean water for everyone. Such a simple idea, and yet so impossible to realize. The plan was to build a facility that could purify all the water in the tidal basin at once. No radiation, no muck, just clear water. It just turned out to be more difficult than we anticipated. We had the basic principles down, we understood most of the science behind it, but the radiation in the area is so pervasive. Small-scale tests were fine, but anytime we tried to test the process on a larger scale, it was just... too much. Maybe if we'd had more time, or better equipment. You happened. It wasn't just you. We had more problems than we could handle already, but your birth is what finally pushed it over the edge. Your father decided that you were more important than everything we'd been working for, and he left. He left all of us. Once he was gone, the Brotherhood decided we weren't worth their time anymore. Without their protection, we had to abandon the purifier. Okay. This is the Rivet City Science Lab. It's taken many long years to put together, but we've done well for ourselves. Our work on portable fusion power and hydroponics are coming along quite nicely, if not quite according to schedule. Rivet City is one of the few bastions of civilization left in the land. We're working to rebuild our society, to make the world livable again. What? Well, I'm not sure what there is to tell. Your father and I, We worked together for a long time. I think we were really on to something. But then there were complications. The project was abandoned and your father disappeared. I returned here to Rivet City and established the lab you see before you now. That man doesn't have you looking for his pet android, does he? I've already told him to lay off it. He's distracting my entire team. Look, I don't want to be harsh, but I have problems of my own. I don't have the resources to support James's foolish endeavors or your chasing after him. I'm sorry. I suppose I can spare a few stim packs. It's not much, but it might make things easier for you. Good luck finding your father.
It was so noisy last night I could hardly sleep.
Maybe. Maybe a quick fix has something that will help you sleep. Cindy's got all kinds of good chems.
I'll try that.